Hi, I'm Larry. I've been a builder for 35 years, and during the course of those happy 35 years of building, of course I've had hundreds of carpenters work for me, and I know many builders. And along the way, we always run into these little predicaments where we know something can be done better, easier, or quicker, or whatever. And of course, I've been pretty handy at designing tools and such, and I've designed a few. But this one here, I'm going to show you right here. This is for spacing railing balusters. You know, you send your guy out to build a deck, then it's time to put the railing system on. He's out there with his tape measure. You know, you got 4 or 5 segments, and and he's trying to space the balusters out, make his marks, and what have you. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time. And sometimes they get done wrong. You got to do them over again because, across the front of any porch, let's say you might have 4 railing segments across the front of any porch, 8 feet long, 4 feet long, whatever the increment is. And we keep it symmetrical. We try to keep the post space the same, and we want to, keep the baluster space pretty much the same. But sometimes you look over and you poor unhappy, unlucky carpenter, he's got a post and he's got a baluster. He's got 2 inches of space here, and then he gets to the next post and the baluster is inside the post, or he's got a 4-inch space. He's got to do it over again. But anyway, this here is just something I designed so that you never fail, and it's very fast. I mean, it's way faster than trying to mark it out the balusters individually. Anyway, it's just a tape measure, simple tape measure, and what I'd like to show you is I put a layout on the back, which can be easily printed on the back of any tape measure. And what it is a typical baluster spacing, 4-inch space between the balusters, and a typical pressure-treated baluster. Okay, so it's set up for a baluster, 4-inch space baluster with marks, and I'm going to quickly lay this out here, and then I'll bring the camera for a close-up. But let's say I had 8-foot 2x4, 96 inches long. So let's say that we had segments 96 inches long. Anyway, all you have to do first is just to find the center mark on the segment, which in this case would be half of 96, 48 inches, and you just make a mark. Okay, then of course we tip the tape upside down, because that's where our layout marks are, and you put it across the railing segment. In this case, like I said, is a 2x4. Alright, and you would just come down here, and now there's a center mark of any one baluster on all the balusters, so you just slide the center of the baluster, line it up with the center mark of that baluster on the tape. Okay, and then you would just transfer the marks over to the 2x4 or the railing segment. Okay, I'll bring the camera over. Okay, like I say, here's the marks. I'll just run down. You see how we have you got this represents your baluster here. Okay, and then of course your center mark. And this is a center mark between any 2 balusters all the way along the tape measure. So of course you look, and the marks are all the way across the tape. Okay, so at 48 inches we made a mark. And now if your railing segment was 88 inches, then you'd have a center mark at 44. But anyway, so now all you do is just simply transfer the marks and lay out. This is laying out your balusters, and of course then just put your balusters on it. Done deal. Come down to the end, and of course in this case we've got about a 3-inch space between the last baluster and the post. Okay, not bad. Okay, so once you transfer the marks, you're ready to go. If you got your top railing, you could just butt it to this and use a square and transfer your marks onto another railing. If they were all 86 inches long, all your segments, then of course you could just transfer the marks to all of them, just doing it one time. Okay, well, so the only thing that you could bump into is, let's say you're laying out a railing, and the baluster ended up, say, you know, right against the post, or halfway on the post, or whatever. Okay, so let's just say then that the railing segment was 88 inches long. Okay, well, then we'd find the center mark, which would be 44. Okay, 44. We'd make a mark right there. That's the center at 44. And then, of course, we would turn the tape back over. Alright. And now, see these marks here between the balusters? Okay, well, in this case, because we realized that we had a post that, you know, at 80 inches long didn't work out. So what we would do is we would use one of these center marks here. Okay, so now we line the center mark up to in between the two balusters, and we'll go down and see what the space is at the end now. Anything, you know, under the 4 inches works, which is good. Well, this just happens to come out at a 2-inch space. So we'll have a 2-inch space between this baluster and the post on this end, and on the other end, and all the rest of the segments of the railing system would come out the same. Okay, so now we would just transfer the marks over at a setting it in a new location, and marks, and it's done. So either way, if I was just laying this one out at an 88-inch railing, I mean, we're talking about 3 or 4 minutes. It's done deal, and just and the same with when I was laying it out at a 96-inch railing segment, 3 to 4 minutes. So very simple creation here, but it's worth its weight in gold. I mean, you, me, I mean, our carpenters that work for us, even our little carpenters helpers can use this, and it just won't fail us ever again, and we get the job done right the first time. So I will end this video with a fine goodbye, and I hope that I could get some good feedback on this from all of you carpenters and builders. It's like I say, it's just a very simple assistance type tool. It just makes our job easier, and it takes out the mistake factor, which in my business, in our business, it's quite nice. Alright, so like I say, give me some feedback on it. Of course, you won't have one to use, but I'm sure that all of you carpenters and builders have been dealing with this. You got your own solutions. You've got your own little speedy way of making the marks just by using your tape, which is what I always did. But I find this just so comfortable and easy to use, and I could really use your feedback on it. And thank you very much. This is Larry of LTV Builders of Buxton, Maine. It's been real, and thank you very much for your time.